Picture a lid trapping steam over a boiling pot. Now imagine that on a massive scale, and you have a heat dome. A heat dome forms when a strong, high-pressure system develops in the upper atmosphere, trapping hot air below. The air sinks, compresses, and heats up even more, blocking cooler air, and locking in relentless heat for days or weeks. This leads to dangerously high temperatures that feel suffocating and unending. The phenomenon often starts with temperature differences across oceans, like the Pacific, which distort the jet stream. When the jet stream bulges north, it creates a ridge of high pressure, the backbone of a heat dome. This ridge stalls, preventing clouds or rain from bringing relief. Scientists now link the rise in frequency and intensity of heat domes to climate change. Warmer oceans disrupt atmospheric patterns, making these extreme events more common. What was once rare is now a regular, punishing feature of our summers. Under a heat dome, the air is stagnant and heavy, and the sun's intensity feels inescapable. Nights offer little relief, as heat radiates from buildings and roads. This lack of overnight cooling is especially dangerous, denying our bodies time to recover. A heat dome is a silent, invisible threat with serious consequences. Understanding this phenomenon is crucial as we face hotter, more extreme summers. This summer, Spain and Greece are bracing for a classic heat dome, an extended siege of extreme heat. Forecasts predict highs above 110 degrees, 43 degrees C, with some areas nearing 115 degrees, 46 degrees C. The heat won't just peak in the afternoon, mornings will start hot, and evenings will barely cool down. Nighttime temperatures in the high 80s or low 90s, 30-32 degrees, mean little relief after sunset. When bodies can't cool down at night, the risk of heat-related illness skyrockets. Southern and central Spain, cities like Seville, Córdoba, and Madrid, are preparing for unprecedented strain on power and water. In Greece, Athens faces the urban heat island effect, making the city even hotter than its surroundings. The real danger is duration. This heat dome could last 7 to 10 days or more. One day at 110 degree fire is tough. 10 days is a public health emergency. Daily life transforms. Outdoor work halts, people shelter indoors, and homes without cooling become hazardous. Millions are now facing this oppressive, suffocating reality. The heat dome will test infrastructure, health systems, and community resilience. Preparation is critical as the Mediterranean braces for a relentless wave of heat. The stakes have never been higher for Spain and Greece. When temperatures soar past 110 degrees, the human body is pushed to its limits. Sweating is our main cooling system, but in extreme heat, it can't keep up. Heat stress starts subtly, heavy sweating, weakness, nausea, but can quickly escalate. Without immediate action, heat exhaustion can turn into heat stroke, a life-threatening emergency. Heat stroke means the body's temperature regulation fails, leading to confusion, loss of consciousness, and organ damage. Extreme heat also worsens heart and respiratory conditions, and some medications make it harder to cope. The toll is measured in hospital admissions and lives lost. No one is immune, young, old, healthy, or ill. Recognizing symptoms early and acting fast can save lives. Under a heat dome, health risks are real and immediate. Dehydration is a hidden danger during extreme heat, often striking before you feel thirsty. High temperatures cause rapid fluid and electrolyte loss through sweat. Early signs, fatigue, dry mouth, headache, are easy to ignore but signal trouble. As dehydration worsens, blood volume drops, straining the heart and making you dizzy or lightheaded. Dark urine is a warning sign your body is conserving water. Without enough fluid, your body can't sweat effectively, setting the stage for heat stroke. Confusion and disorientation are red flags. By then, you may not realize you need help. Preventing dehydration is key. Drink water consistently, not just when thirsty. Replenish electrolytes with sports drinks or salty snacks. Avoid caffeine and alcohol, which worsen dehydration. Staying hydrated keeps your body's cooling system working. In extreme heat, proactive hydration can be life-saving. Extreme heat is dangerous for everyone, but especially for the elderly, young children, pregnant women, and those with chronic illnesses or disabilities. Older adults may not sense thirst or regulate temperature well, and many take medications that increase risk. Children and infants overheat quickly and depend on caregivers for safety. Outdoor workers face direct sun and exertion, making them especially vulnerable. Protecting these groups is a shared responsibility. Check on elderly neighbors and ensure they have access to cool spaces and water. Cities must provide accessible cooling centers and extend their hours. Employers should mandate water breaks, shade, and flexible schedules for outdoor workers. Community support networks are vital during a heat dome. No one should face extreme heat alone. Together we can prevent tragedy and protect the most vulnerable. Evaporative fans, or swamp coolers, are a powerful, energy-efficient way to beat the heat in dry climates like Spain and Greece. They pull hot, dry air through water-soaked pads, cooling it as the water evaporates. This process can lower air temperature by 15-20 degrees before blowing it into your space. Unlike air conditioners, evaporative fans work best with a window or door open, allowing fresh air to circulate. They use up to 75% less electricity than traditional ACs and don't rely on chemical refrigerants. Lower energy use means less strain on the power grid and lower bills. For dry, hot regions, evaporative fans are a smart, sustainable cooling solution. They mimic nature's own cooling process. Simple, effective, and eco-friendly. Staying cool doesn't have to cost the earth. Evaporative fans are just one tool. Central air conditioning and mini-split systems are common, powerful options. These systems cool and dehumidify air but use a lot of energy and chemical refrigerants, straining power grids and contributing to climate change. Fans create a wind-chill effect, helping sweat evaporate faster, and can be paired with ice for extra cooling. Blackout curtains and reflective window films block sunlight, keeping homes cooler passively. Innovation is accelerating. New solid-state cooling systems and special paints or films can reflect sunlight and radiate heat away. These technologies promise cooler homes with less environmental impact. As heat waves intensify, smarter, more sustainable cooling is essential. Combining passive and active strategies is the future of staying safe in extreme heat. Every degree matters when the stakes are this high. The right technology can make all the difference. Surviving a heat dome requires more than individual action. It demands community-wide adaptation. Cities must establish accessible, well-publicized cooling centers in libraries, schools, and community spaces. Urban design can fight heat. More trees, green spaces, and reflective materials lower city temperatures. Public health messaging must be clear, consistent, and reach vulnerable groups in multiple languages. Community volunteers can check on isolated or at-risk neighbors. Infrastructure upgrades are vital. Power grids and water systems must handle increased demand. These changes require investment and political will. Climate change is a present reality, not a distant threat. Building resilience now will save lives in the summers ahead. Adapting together is our best defense against extreme heat. When a heat dome strikes, a personal action plan is your best defense. Stay hydrated, drink water steadily, not just when thirsty, and avoid caffeine and alcohol. Use air conditioning if available. If not, seek out public cooling centers or malls. Fans and makeshift coolers with ice can help at home. Keep blinds and curtains closed to block sunlight. Avoid strenuous activity during peak heat. Schedule outdoor tasks for early morning or evening. Wear lightweight, loose, light-colored clothing. And protect yourself with hats and sunglasses. Know the signs of heat illness: heavy sweating, weakness, nausea, confusion. Move to a cool place and hydrate at the first sign of trouble. If you suspect heat stroke, hot, dry skin, confusion, or fainting, call emergency services immediately. Check on family, friends, and neighbors, especially the vulnerable. Preparation and vigilance save lives. In extreme heat, every action counts.